to Canada Boys. Today we're talking about the newest episode of Lord of the Mysteries, episode 4. That man Klein is up to it again. What did you think?
Man, getting to see more of what Klein's been working on in training. I see you in the comments that keep saying that he's been working with a professor, the anime's not showing it, and you definitely see it, this anime.
Oh, for sure. Like, he's a lot colder with his abilities than I was expecting. You can definitely tell it's been like weeks, maybe months of him really like toning in on his craft because one, this man with the rituals, he low key like put that to good work. Not only during the situation later in the episode, but even with the Great Frog later on.
Oh, that
That
was
was
smart.
crazy. That was super crazy. But let's start at the top, okay? This man Klein, he's trying to pretty much increase his path with the seer pathway that he has right now. He's still a sequence 9. He knows how to become a sequence 8, but at the same time, in order for them to increase their pathway, they've already told us you kind of have to like act like it, right? So if you're a spectator, you really have to be very neutral and spectate things. For seers,
Oh
you
yeah.
kind of want to be like divining things and like figuring things out in a very mystical way.
hmm
So for him, he's like, all right, like let me go find some tarot cards, like let me like get some readings done. So I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The one thing that threw me off though was the fact that he just went to this like divination club and told them he's a seer. I thought being like a beyonder was a secret. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
got loose lips, I'll say that much. He's got very loose lips. He be telling people things he shouldn't be telling them.
Yeah, like I don't really fully understand his thought process on that, or really just like how accepted it is in society. Because in the beginning of the episode, we see what happened to the dude that was kind of in charge of the book that him and his friends were studying before Klein became who he currently is, right?
Yeah.
Before he killed
Homie was
himself.
begging, saying, give me another chance, give me another chance. Homie's like, alright, fine.
Yeah, because apparently they gave the books over to them because they wanted them to pretty much like test it out. Because when it comes to the Beyonder artifacts, they are pretty dangerous. So if they didn't understand exactly how it worked, I get it. I'd give it to some guinea pigs first. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Let
y'all
them find
test
out the
this out.
quirks.
Let me
Yeah,
know how
this
it
might
works
be
out.
super cursed or it might be super cool. Like, y'all figure it out, and then I'm just gonna watch. I understood his plot. The problem is that Klein, one, survived because someone else inhabits his body, and then two, they end up losing the book last episode after that massive fight. So Loki, his bosses were on him bad. They were like, "Yo, if you don't get this book slash Klein in like the next day or two, like you're cooked." So he was like, "Oh nah, I'm gonna kill this man Klein." And I was just like, "Dang, that's tough."
Oh,
Now, where it gets really messed up is this man Klein goes into the Divination Club, and I guess that guy is a seer as well because he divines where Klein is and what he's gonna do, and literally like knows Klein's gonna come to him. So I was just like, yo, like it just felt to me like Klein just gave up his whole identity. Like, yeah, I'm Klein, I'm a seer. Like, oh, it's just like he just walked to the lion's den, because that guy was already running the Divination Club, and he was low giving out like good pointers from what we could see.
oh yeah.
But
He
yeah, we
was
knew he
having a
was
good
a
chance.
OD. Well, not maybe not OD, but he's a pretty experienced seer. You know what I mean? Like, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows how to get different like results done. And we also see that this girl that we end up finding out is Klein's sister's friend or friend of a friend. Anyway, they're all in the same friend group.
Oh yeah.
Also goes to the Seers Club and potentially is a seer.
I don't think potentially
She
this
might be a
year,
seer.
but she's definitely interested into
Divine, right? She likes the mysteries and
the
the
mystery. Yeah,
rituals.
she's definitely
Yeah,
into the
she's an astrology
supernatural.
girl, man. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? That's astrology and tarot cards. So this man, the enemy, gives Klein like pretty much a divination, right, for free. And he's like, hey, like you're gonna want to focus on family and gatherings, right? And I'm sitting here like, all right, that's cool. Not knowing this man has set up a whole trap, bro. He had given homegirl some a mirror,
Oh yeah, we've
right,
seen them
for her
with the mirror.
birthday.
He gave her that like gift, and as soon as she runs
Yeah,
right
she
past
runs away.
Klein, he
He
gets that
felt
like
something,
sense.
bro. Like his sixth sense was
Yes,
like, "Yo, that's not right." He just
homie's
didn't do
just
nothing
like,
about
oh,
it.
I felt something. Just kept moving. It's like you ain't gonna check that out. You got a feeling you're just gonna be like, oh well, let me keep
Bro,
moving on with the mission.
that one hurt my heart because I was just like, "That's crazy." Like, obviously, we don't know at the time, but looking back, I'm like, "This man really just got played, like badly." But end of the day, like I'm saying, he's still learning. He's still learning his rituals. And honestly, once it comes to the rituals, we learned some really crazy world building.
Oh, 100%.
Like, apparently, in this world, like knowledge can be power, but it can also just straight up kill you. because they were explaining how like for their different rituals, you can like pretty much enlist the help of like other beings that are way stronger than you, right? But they were saying that sometimes in rituals, like beings that you don't recognize can show up, and if that happens, like they were like, just don't even interact with them or you'll die.
Oh
And
yeah.
I was just like, die? Like, what do you mean? Like, how did they even figure this out? If people was just dying, like that's crazy.
The true creator in the whole group, they're starting to get a new perspective on them and how they were looking at using supplements through the pathways in order to
True.
unlock their powers too was also really interesting.
Yeah, 100%. It was definitely crazy. Like I didn't real like obviously I've seen how deep this power system can go, but at the same time, like I just didn't realize like it was almost like some Eldritch horror type of thing going on,
Oh yeah.
Where like if you just like look at the wrong being that's just way too powerful for you, you might just be gone. So that kind of makes his pathway low key a little bit more dangerous, considering like his pathway also doesn't make you like physically strong or like fast, kind of like some of the other ones that we've seen. But that didn't stop this man because
No.
he goes into his little gray fog for the meeting, man, and he starts aura farming again. I'm not gonna lie, this might be the best aura farming, like intellectual protagonist I've seen in a while. Like just straight up. He just knows how to play them so well because he really doesn't know more than either of them.
Oh, the hangman became like a follower immediately. Once he started
Bro,
hearing, he was like, "Oh, that makes sense now." Once he starts giving them direction, he's like, "Oh, that clicks. I get it." Like it was almost like it was a prophecy was being fulfilled to this man, and this man was like, "You know what? I'm gonna follow
it's
him."
because of the way he positions it, though. It's just so gas. Like he uses like his lack of knowledge to position things in such a like OD way that like people are like, "Yo, this is the most mysterious, like wise dude I ever heard in my life." Like he was just cooking, and every time I've seen it, the first time I saw it, I was like, "Okay, how is he gonna keep this up?" But at this point, I'm like, "Nah, he's like that.
What
This
about
man's
how he
mind's
used
like
his
that, bro."
powers? Tapped his forehead, and he was able to see the girl and the guy a lot better and see exactly where they're at. Like,
So I'm saying, bro, like he's really tapped in. Like the Seer's path is definitely like the perfect path for him, just because intellectually, like he's way above everybody right now. You know
oh
what I
yeah,
mean? Because he doesn't know as much as everybody, but he knows how to get what he wants, and that's
he
the craziest thing.
he's trying to get more of those writings, and that's what really threw the home to. He's like, "Oh, can he read the writings?"
Because everybody thinks they're just like ciphers or like some sort of ancient text, but he's like, these are diaries. So that's like a lot of context right there. Because she does know that because it's Chinese. Homie used to come. He came from China.
Yeah, homie was a traveler just like him.
Yep. So that's definitely like a good way to use his experience in a way that can really make him seem way more credible. So I was like, that part I definitely thought was tough. And just when I thought he was done aura farming, this man creates a ritual for himself and then gives it to the other Beyonders at his freaking group. That's crazy.
Man's he's just trying to get stronger.
No, because like if it works the way I think it does, the more people that like use your ritual, the more powerful you'll become, slash the more like connected to like that spirit realm he'll become. So the more like like he already, I'm pretty sure at least Hangman is OD. He's probably like series 7, maybe 6.
Yeah.
Like
Hangman started to pray right away, and we saw it like once he showed up to the party, sees the girl, and then
yo,
the homegirl goes, "Oh, I won't tell you your secret." But really, once he, this is why you don't mess with things that you don't know well about. Because even says like, "Oh, she likes to mess with the spiritual, but she don't know that much." Gets the mirror, unlocks it. There's the writing on the mirror, writing on the doorway,
yo,
unlocks the spirits, everything. And man had to fight. I don't know how no one heard them fighting, but they're having a whole fight, and he's on the
that
ropes.
is true. Because this man's out here blasting off with his gun in that top room for real. But
But once Homegirl started praying, his power came back, which was real interesting.
yeah, he got knocked. It like gave him back his consciousness so that he could then lock in and use the rest of the power from the I forgot what the goddess's name is. The one that he works for.
And as she was going through the prayer, it kept feeding into that power. So I think
Yo,
your theory, we got to see it a little bit into effect. And that was just like two people, one people really.
bro, a sequence 9 who's getting prayers is nuts. Like I don't know. I feel like the way he's cooking up right now is just kind of crazy. And honestly, I just love the way that they handled it because it wasn't really like a lot of action per se, but I feel like the power system's so interesting that I was locked in. Like that whole scene, I was like, yo. This
I
is crazy.
I was enjoying seeing Klein fight for once.
For sure.
They were going back and forth with their incantations. I was
Yup,
like,
yup. Bro, and
yo.
that other seer, he really wanted it bad, bro. He threw his whole arm in there. I
Yes.
was like, yo.
He were
He sacrificed a lot.
it felt like blood magic that homie was doing.
Oh, for sure. I was like, I didn't even. What
Cause
kind of seer path is that?
remember when they showed him in the little shop thing when you first saw him, he was missing like a finger or something. He had like a
He
bandage.
was. He
So that's
was.
probably part of the sacrifice to gain the power. So when he threw the arm,
It
trying to
definitely
take
bumped
more
it up.
power. So it's like, all right, whatever you sacrifice, you'll get in return.
And apparently, he should have thrown his whole body in there because he was cooked regardless, man. This man Klein cooked him, got her free, and went about his day.
Tell me why Boss Man pulled up right away as soon as homie lost. Right outside the door,
Nah, that
like,
was
you
messed up.
failed. I was like, they're quick.
At that kind of speed, he could have legit just taken out Klein for real by himself. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Like he just watched him fail. Like, all right, bro, you suck anyway. It's crazy, man. But the last detail, man, before we get off of here, this girl done fed a Beyonder potion to her dog. What the hell? And she got lucky,
Oh, she 100% got lucky. I'm so glad that dog lived. But to
bruh.
have a talking dog now?
She would either had a dead dog or the dog would have ate her as a monster. But now she got a talking Beyonder dog, who I think is probably a spectator like her.
It'll be interesting to see how, like, what type of seer dog that is. I want to see if they expand on that or what goes.
Nah,
But
they got to because that looked crazy, man. This show is wild. I got to give it a 10 out of 10 again. What about you?
oh, definitely another 10 out of 10.
Yeah, this is a tough one, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think about Lord of the Mysteries. Let us know about anything we missed, man. This one I feel like it's so jam packed. Like I feel like we always miss something out of the episode. There's just details on details.
Oh, yeah. Definitely let us know in those comments.
Facts. But aside from that, we'll catch y'all. Peace.